7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, time for a look at the news for a Wednesday. It's the 11th day of April for 2018. Topping the news today, meeting Tuesday morning, the Amador County Board of Supervisors heard a request for a total of $40,000 in funding from the Amador County Fair. This includes $30,000 to update the electrical infrastructure on the fairgrounds and $10,000 for a promotion campaign to encourage more rental and use of the fairgrounds throughout the year. The board voted unanimously to approve the $30,000 infrastructure portion of the request. The board also heard a report on the placement of pharmaceutical disposal bins in the county. The bins, which allow the free disposal of various medications, including opioids and other problematic drugs, are now located at the Jackson and Ione police stations as well as the Ione Pharmacy. A fourth bin is available, and county officials are currently looking for a location to place it. The board also discussed a proposed agreement between the county, CAL FIRE, and the Jackson Valley Fire Protection District. The agreement would allow CAL FIRE to use the Jackson Valley fire stations to stage out of to provide fire protection for the planned casino owned by the Buena Vista Band of Miwok Indians. The Board of Supervisors took no action on the agreement and will await input from the Jackson Valley Fire Board of Directors.
Well, the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors have voted unanimously to have county staff draft a letter to Governor Brown opposing any potential legislation to protect PG&E from litigation stemming from wildfires. Back in February of this year, supervisors voted unanimously to authorize suing PG&E for its alleged role in the Butte fire. Well, County Administrator Tim Lutz announced during Tuesday's board meeting the move was made to oppose legislation protecting PG&E due to, quote, the urgent need to indicate the county's support of efforts of Barron and Budd, the county's legal counsel in the PG&E lawsuit, to lobby the governor's office and state officials. Well, Lutz said county staff learned in late March PG&E and SoCal Edison were, quote, actively lobbying the state to get some type of legislation passed that would indemnify it from any liability as a result of wildfires caused by their infrastructure. And let me clean that up. It would indemnify it from any liability as a result of wildfires caused by their infrastructure. Now, a California Public Utility Commission investigation determined the Butte fire broke out September 9th, 2015, when a pine tree came in contact with a PG&E overhead power line, igniting the fire.
And the Amador County Planning Commission has denied a request to allow an existing upcountry event center to apply for a conditional use permit. The Hideout at Kirkwood, a 5,000 square foot log cabin style lodge located 20 miles south of Kirkwood Resort on Highway 88, has requested a zoning interpretation to allow the business to continue to host weddings and other events by applying for a use permit. Commissioners praised the Hideout and its unique setting, calling it an asset to the county, but were generally skeptical of the request, saying it would set a bad precedent for the rest of the county. The property is zoned R1A, a county designation that allows both single-family homes on lots as small as 1 acre and a wide range of agricultural uses, and has been the subject of many permitting fights as smaller and smaller properties apply to build wineries in the county. Several commissioners expressed fears that approving the interpretation would allow event centers to spring up across the county. The commission also voted last night to deny a further extension of time for the McCallamy Bluffs subdivision. This was a previously approved 98-unit subdivision located next to Ranch House Estates in Pine Grove. First approved back in 2008, the project has received a series of extensions, but with the denial, the developer will lose the entitlement this coming June.
Jackson City Council has approved a proclamation honoring the nation's police forces and a new agreement governing ACRA. With the entire Jackson Police Force present at Monday's meeting and in their dress uniforms, Mayor Gonzalez read a resolution not only declaring the council's support for its police force, but for police across the nation, following controversies over the use of force in Sacramento and other cities. The council passed the resolution unanimously. Oh, the council also honored Baron Burge, City Employee of the Month, and oversaw the swearing in of Max Godey as Public Works Superintendent.
And the recall train continues to roll in Calaveras County. Last week, we reported on the failed efforts to recall 2 members of the Calaveras Unified School Board, but efforts to recall 3 Calaveras supervisors still alive. According to the Calaveras Elections Department, people are still circulating petitions and gathering signatures for the recall of District 1 Supervisor Gary Toffanelli, District 2 Supervisor Jack Garamendi, and District 4 Supervisor Dennis Mills. The recall petition for Toffanelli was approved for circulation March 30th. The petitions are required to have 1,396 valid signatures by June 28th at 5 p.m. The recall petition for Mills was approved for circulation March 8th. The proponents are required to submit 1,555 valid signatures by June 6th. And the recall petition for Garamendi was approved for circulation January 19th. Proponents are required to submit 1,319 valid signatures by 5 p.m. April 19th. The Elections Department also reports as of Tuesday afternoon, as a side note, there were 28,460 registered voters in Calaveras County.
In Elkhart, the Amador County Animal Response Team will meet Wednesday evening. That's tonight. Elkhart, an all-volunteer nonprofit organization dedicated to helping provide a safe and secure sheltering environment for animals and livestock during times of fire and other disaster. This month, Dr. Tim Pirano will talk on recognizing and treating stress and illness in pigs. The group's meeting and ongoing trainings are scheduled the second Wednesday each month, 6:30 in the evening at the American Legion Training Room on Sutter Hill. Visit the website, AmadorAnimalResponse.org, or call 257-4907 for more information.
And that's a look at local news on a Gold Country Wednesday morning. For the latest news, traffic, and weather 24 hours a day, visit our website, kvgcradio.com. From the KVGC News Center,
I'm JD.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting.